People who are 40 and happy with their life. What is your advice to people in their 20s? If you don't like how the table is set, turn over the table. At 23, I was miserable in my first real-world corporate job while my 5-year college relationship sat in a meandering purgatory. In response to this dissatisfaction, I left the job, ended the relationship, and moved abroad. I returned home at 30 after a 6-year adventure, married and focused. At 41, I've had all the experiences my 21-year-old self aspired to and then some. Don't be afraid to turn life upside down, because with each passing year the window of opportunity to do so grows smaller and more complex. Some jobs are boring and some managers are toxic. Only you know what is aligned to far. But in order to get anywhere you have to invest and build. You may feel justified and validated by quitting, but those asshats are gonna keep pulling a check and doing just fine. Give a care to what impact your actions have, and don't let someone derail your plans. There is actual merit in being the bigger person. People do notice. It shapes who you are, and sometimes you end up making friends or allies out of prior contentious individuals. Before I'm here, the best thing I've learned is to avoid the "I'll be happy when" syndrome. I promise that graduating college, getting a girlfriend, getting a job, paying off debt, buying a car, getting married, etc. are impotent goals, but none of those will drastically change your happiness level. Learn and work toward contentedness in your life and be satisfied with who you are, what you have, and about your current situation. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes it's astroturf or spray painted instead. What does happiness even mean? People have ups and downs and stuff as practical and human thing, and happiness as a thing is super subjective. Quality of life is important, and my advice, I guess, is to balance things and set boundaries and limits as you're going along in career stuff and working your ass off. Work my ass off. The F. That Son Jenks or baby boomer shit. No way but way. Because ultimately you're going to be in a better position to take different decisions or have control over your life. 5-6 You know all of the hygiene things they talked about in health class. Do them. Wild parties are fun, but limit them to just a few times per year. My friends who partied hard through their 20s are really hurting now or dead. There's a stock market lesson you should look up. I forget the details. Something like if an 18-year-old invests $1,000 in a whole stock market fund per year for just a few years, maybe 7, they'll have $1 million at age 65. Catch up to what you should have if you started at 18. Learn to be okay with average. Hustle grind set culture is so fucking miserable. And you'll ultimately still wind up where most of us are, making $40, $60 grand a year, and drinking sodas with names like Hillside Precipitation and Dr. Paprika, and that's completely okay. It's normal. It's average. It's life. The best you can do is the best you can do. So don't get down on yourself when you're not a cowboy millionaire astronaut by 30. None of us are. Be introspective. You need to constantly analyze yourself and who you are if you ever want to make any improvements. The best way to do this is therapy. I know access is an issue and not affordable for everyone, but if you're able to, you should. Don't place it over food or shelter, obviously. But if you can invest in yourself this way, it will pay off dividends for your mental and emotional health and should inspire you to grow as a person. Use they will eat you alive. Spend the most time you can with your loved ones. Whilst that is one of my regrets, I focuses so much of my life on the big things and forgot the little things, and now they're gone and I let life get away with me. Invest in that 401k. Also, you're still growing, not physically. I know you think you've all grown up, and this is who you are for the rest of your life. But you're metaphorically a kid. Enjoy it and use that as motivation to learn, grow, and adapt. Too many don't realize that significant emotional and mental growth happens in their 20s. They don't bother to grow, and they're perpetually immature their whole life. We spend all our young lives worried about what other people think, only to learn that everyone is way too preoccupied with their own life to give two shits about yours, and B, who gives an F what other people think? When we're young, we try to fit in this box all for the sake of other people. Just stop that, be who you are and say what you feel. 'Cause those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Happiness comes from within. If you spend your 20s and 30s focused on a specific goal like getting rich, you may achieve it when you are 40. But that will not make you happy. It isn't that being poor is good. It isn't. It is worse to be poor than rich. But you question is for people who are happy, and those people are generally thankful what they do have and don't spend much time focusing on the things they don't have. Start investing into a 401k. I have too many friends who didn't do this when they were young and now are behind their retirement goals. What helped me is automating my finances. I have some route to a savings, some a brokerage account, some to 401k or Roth. It can be overwhelming, and I know at that age a lot of people don't have the extra money. But every dollar counts, even if it's a small contribution. Save for retirement. If you can max out everything for 401k, Roth IRA, HSA, after maxing all those options, start weighing options on backdoor Roth or putting in a taxable brokerage account. Maintain a budget and keep your focus on retirement. If you get a raise, cut the increase in half and invest it. Save, save, save. Live like people don't want to now, so you can live like people can't later. Forget this nonsense about following your passion. Follow what you are good at. If there is something you have a good skill and or understanding in, then double down on it now and build it into something you can make a living from. The trades are in high demand right now, and college is a waste of time if you are not targeting a career that requires it. Look after your back and your posture. Don't be hunched over your phone all the time. Learn to cook meals if you don't know already, although you should. Start saving for a deposit on a home. You won't be able to afford to still be renting when you retire unless you already earn enough to buy a home outright. If you smoke or vape, quit now. Do the groundwork for the rest of your life. If it means studying at night school or quitting your job and going to university, do it. Start saving for a pension as soon as you're in work. Try to get on the property ladder sooner rather than later. All of the above will make later life much easier. Did all three. Learn to generate your own feelings of acceptance and self-worth. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Figure out what's enough for you and aim for that. Don't get hung up on advertised stuff you may think you want. Figure out what actually satisfies you and prioritize that. Ever hard bored? Remember, there are endless fascinating things in the world and interesting rabbit holes you can dive into. And it's never late to start a new hobby or obsession or to learn new things. There's just so much cool stuff to do. Just pick anything and try. Try to find a job that fulfills you. I won't say that makes you happy, but that you wake up happy to go to. Try to learn different skill, so that if when you start hating your career you can change it. Save money every month. Even if it's £10, it'll count in 20 years. Your 20s are about investing in yourself. Form habits to take care of your body. Make concentrated effort to keep relationships with the people you want in your life, or you'll drift apart quickly. Your 30s will reap the benefits of your investments. Don't fall for the trap that your life needs to be one long narrative that you should be building. Life is best when it's a bunch of happy moments that just happen to be connected. Don't try to make your life into a novel. Make it a book of poems. Focus on yourself first and foremost. I spent my 20s chasing women, thinking I needed that to be happy. Stopped doing that and focused on my career and hobbies. Now I'm in my 40s. I have a wonderful wife, kids, home, and couldn't be any happier. Try as much stuff as you can. Go to Facebook events or some sort of events website and just start hitting interested and showing up. Not only will you meet people, but you'll also figure out what you do or don't like. It's truly a game changer. Find some type of physical activity that you enjoy and turn it into a habit that will be good for cardio and health. Walking, hiking, swimming, biking, etc. Do it daily and keep doing it. Your 50-year-old self will thank you. Pay no mind to what people say, especially if it's about trivial stuff. Trying to get respect from a large social circle is just stupid. And most people at young age like to talk trash about each other just to look smart. Start saving money. Right. Fucking now. I don't care if it's $25 a week. Start doing it now. Get a Roth IRA or work your 401k. Whatever it is, put it where it can grow. Do it now. I'm mid-40s and I'm too goddamn late. Start saving money. Right. Fucking now. I don't care if it's $25 a week. Start doing it now. Get a Roth IRA or work your 401k. Whatever it is, put it where it can grow. Do it now. I'm mid-40s and I'm too goddamn late. Don't be afraid to make changes. A lot of people in their 20s feel pressure to settle. I changed careers many times and went to school at 44. Don't settle and be one of these people in their 40s that are miserable. Don't skip every weekend to try and better yourself. Enjoy life at every moment. I missed out on a lot of weekends thinking I'm betting myself, and still ended up half broke and missed out on a lot. Invest 10 of your income every month in an index fund like Vanguard's Life Strategy Fund. Also lift weights, go for a run and eat clean. Your health is the best investment you will ever make.